Today's video is all about how much you can make in 1 hour of gathering in a tier 4 blue zone while faction flagged. There is no risk, there is no danger whatsoever, and this, instead of doing 30 minutes and then, multiplying that number, I just did the full hour. I was bored, I'm chilling, my body's sore from the gym, so I am just sitting here chilling, and you can watch streams, you can watch anime, you can watch whatever the heck you want, without any worry, without having your eyes peeled to the screen, worried and stressed about gankers in the blue zones. And I have tested thoroughly in the safe zones, blue versus yellow zone, and blue zone always will make you more silver per hour, simply because of the price of the materials. Now, this is a skinning day, and I did bring my sickle and pickaxe, so just in case, I found some enchanted nodes for fiber or metals, but there really wasn't that many, and I'll go over this whenever, we get to the part where I'm speaking live. But essentially, anyone can do this, and you will make consistent silver every single time you do this without fail. This is how you generate wealth and how you generate silver in Albion Online. Bar none, there is no better way to make silver than this, because it's completely risk-free. Let's go to the live portion now. Alright, servers are back up, and unfortunately I had to eat another pork pie just to be able to teleport home. You can see that I didn't touch anything. There's no fancy editing here, no sneaky business. Everything that you see here is the same stuff that I had gathered in the 1 hour long clip that we fast forwarded through. Now, I'm going to be showing off the repair bill and how much we earned in this hour, and my thoughts, if it was lucky, if it was unlucky. Let's go. So right now, our repairs for 1 hour using a tier 8 Avalonian tool and the sickle and the pickaxe, 83,499. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a tally of this, and I'll put it up on the screen here in just a sec. Repairs are minus, what we're just going to say, we're going to round that up to 84K. 84K. Alright, let's go ahead and repair everything here. And on screen, there we are. That's the repairs. Awesome. So, now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to my island. I'm going to store the tools that we used, and, well, I filled every journal, so I should have brought more journals, but we'll ignore that. Don't worry about that. So, we're going to now put the tools away, and right now, in 1 hour, I was able to make 1.27 million silver, and that's without premium, okay? So, we're going to go ahead and go to profits. So, profits, 1.27 million per hour, and so, there we go, and then total, I can't type today. Alright, so if we take 1.27 million, 1,270,000, subtract it by 84,000, that is a total of 1,186,000 silver per hour in a complete safe zone, no risk. This is consistent silver you can constantly do and always do. Alright, and yes, I am in tier 8 gathering. This is something that you can achieve on your first month of playing on a brand new account if that's what you work on and that's what you focus on and that's what you spend your learning points on. And yeah, here it is down here. You can get to tier 8 gathering very quickly. Once you're at tier 8 gathering, you just eat a pork pie. You don't need to have an 8.4 crypt candle or 8.3 fire staff or anything of the sort. You don't need those. The wild boar does help carry. The wild boar for me specifically, if I can run around, dismounted without going overweight. And in 1 hour's time, with the pork pie active, I will not be overweight from what I gather. Again, you don't need this expensive stuff. It just helps. Now, of course, if you are not in tier 8 gathering gear, you won't make as much per hour, but you will make a similar amount per hour. You might make 800, 900k, 700k per hour. And I'm going to talk about how and what I did in order to earn this amount per hour, but also, I want you to note that I didn't receive a single baby drop in this entire 1 hour session, which is very rare and extremely unheard of. So I'm going to tell you right now that I normally make more silver per hour doing this. I also normally take more journals with me. I also want to point out that as far as these journals go, I actually have more value that I can squeeze out of these. So right now, the game says that the estimated market value of 89 filled tier 2 journals is 86,599. So, but if I take one of these journals and I pop it into the laborer here, just one journal, I want to show you, I will receive 57 rugged hide. Now, let's do some math here. So let's take the rugged hide and let's separate 57 of those, okay? And also, let's separate one of these journals. So one filled journal, if I sell it on the market, which is fine, not everyone has, you know, guild islands or regular islands, and as a new player, you probably won't for a while, but it's something that you should work on. So right now, if I sell this to the market, 973, and if I want to buy an empty journal from, say, it's 500, so you're making like 400 silver, right? It's not a whole lot, but it is something. It's more than you would be making otherwise, so you should always use them. The stack of 57 rugged hide is worth 2,595, okay? I want you to think about this for a second, okay? So we're going to take 2,595 and multiply that by 89. So this is actually 230,000. I'm going to show the math on the screen here. Let me get it popped back up just to show you. So here we go. So 89 filled journals, if sold, okay, is 86,599. 89 filled journals, if sold, after calculating cost to buy. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that math together. We're going to take one of these, and we're going to take 973 and subtract it currently by 500. So 973 subtracted by 500 is 473 silver times 89. So this is your profit anyway. Again, this is why it's still worth doing, right? Now, 89 filled journals, if turned into laborer. Now look at this again. We're going to take this number here, 2,595, and then multiply it by 89. We get the empty journals back, so we don't lose money on the journal. So again, this is 230,955. So actual profit is we're going to take that number, 1186000. We're going to subtract it by the estimated market value of the journals, which in total is 86,000. We'll say 87,000. We'll round it up, leaving us at basically 1 million and then 100,000. Pretty close to that. But then we're going to add that 230,000. We'll do 231,000. That rounds it up by 45 silver, okay? So the actual profit is this number right here. That is not the right number. Hold on. My copy paste not working. That's the actual number. Actual profit with labor. Let me put on the screen. Actual profit with laborers, okay, is 1.3 million. All right. So there you go. That is how much you can make per hour. And this is without premium. And this is without getting any baby drops. If I got one baby drop, that's 60 to 80,000, and I normally get about 3 baby drops in 30 minutes time, but for whatever reason, I just wasn't getting any. And I do want to also mention that I did get a tome drop here. I did get one of these little Skinner tomes, and these are worth 100k, so that's pretty nice. So that's like 1.5 baby drops, okay? So not entirely bad. And I did get some 0.4 nodes, or 0.3 nodes, I'm sorry. I found some fiber, some hemp. That's 276,000. I also got some medium hide, which there was competition for. There were people camping the nodes, and that's 187,000. So, you know, even without these, if we take out let's take out all luck, just to show you at the worst possible. We take out the 4.3 nodes. We take out the tome. All right. And if you don't factor in the laborers at all, if you don't factor in the laborers and you just sell the journals raw, we still have an estimated value of 700,000, okay? And so 700,000 per hour, that's not a lot, okay? Imagine this. The thing is, when you're farming in a blue zone, you don't have to worry about gankers. You don't have to worry about losing all of your progress like you would in a black or red zone. You don't have to worry about hackers messing you up. And also, my calculator is showing on the screen. I don't know why. Let me fix that. There we go. But essentially, it's still really amazing and free, consistent, never-ending silver per hour. You're going to have some dickhead on Reddit or in the comments section, be like, nuh-uh, Black Zone better, Black Zone Gathering better, nah. Now, here's the thing with the Black Zone Gathering. Yes, every once in a while, maybe once a day, maybe once a week, if you play all freaking day, and you have a little hideout, like you're here in this your little hideout, okay, and you're riding around in a tier 8 zone. This is not a tier 8 zone, but just pretend it is. You might, at some point, get lucky and find an 8.3 node, and make maybe $1 million or $2, okay? You might. Maybe once a week. Now, I did 2 months in a Black Zone guild, 2 months, and the only times I ever saw an 8.3 node, the guild had claimed it, the guild had 10 people out guarding everybody, and the people that were guarding it, you know, had to split it like 20 to 40 ways. So you're taking that 1 million and split it 40 ways, and you're making nothing, bro. Like, those zones are picked clean by hackers. Hackers run a radar program that lets them see stuff without them being actually on the screen. So they just ride around with their little hacks, and then whenever they see a really juicy node, they suck it up immediately. And they have hundreds of accounts that they log into with naked auxes. They're a naked character on an aux, and they scout the zones with those characters, like using a bot that just automatically runs around, that scans the whole zone. I'm not even joking. And there's entire discords that map this stuff out, even in like the roads. So, because someone's gonna be like, oh, the roads gathering is better. Roads gathering. No, it's full of hackers, people using radar cheats and mapping tools. You can't compete with them, and it's not consistent. It is not consistent for a solo guildless player to ever gather in the red or black zone. You will not make more silver. I have 700 videos on this channel where I debunk this constantly, and I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen to my passion in my voice when I'm telling you that if you want to make consistent, easy-going, stress-free silver that does not spike your blood pressure, that doesn't raise your heart rate, you go to the blue zones and you skin, or you mine stone, or you mine metal, whatever the heck you want, okay? The only difference is if you're chopping trees, it's actually better to do it in tier 5 zones. I have tested this thoroughly, and for whatever reason, tier 2 trees just don't sell as well as other tier 2 materials. And fishing sucks. Don't bother with fishing. I've made plenty of videos showing why fishing sucks. It is just not worth doing. Even in the danger zones, it's not worth doing. Alright, so please, just, if you need consistent, easygoing silver, you can literally fire up a 7-hour stream and skin and gather while you watch it with no problems. You can watch an entire movie series, an entire anime series with multiple seasons while you gather, and by the time that season's done, you're going to be so wealthy you can buy whatever you want in this game multiple times over with zero losses, zero anything. I don't know how much more I can stress out that gathering is the way to go in Albion Online to make silver. It is the de facto best way to make silver in the game, bar none. Not relying on luck, not relying on random number Jesus, not relying on a random number generator, whatever you want to call it. Not relying on inconsistent luck. Okay, you can go out every single day and go gather and make plenty of silver, no problem. So that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, leave a like, because all those black zone guilds, all those red zone gatherers, they hate this content. They don't look. There's entire cartels, guilds, and people trying to brainwash you to never do this. They don't want you to be rich. They want you broke and dead in the black zone, and I'm not kidding, okay? I am not joking. Now, with that said, finally, on the right side of your screen, I need you to click that video. It's a recommended video by Google just for you. You will enjoy it, guaranteed. And if you do click it, then you're going to just find money on the ground in real life randomly in the next 2 weeks, and it'll buy you something nice. It's not going to be a lot of money, but it's going to be just some random money blowing in the wind, and you're going to grab it, and you're going to be like, oh man, thank you, Soul Benji. Bonus clip. By the way, I was faction flagged, so I earned about 5,000 faction points, so you could go up here, and you could buy a heart, or whatever it is that you want to do, and hey, look, that's another, like, 40,000, or you can buy the, you know, the Bridgewatch chest. Let's buy one right now, see how much this is worth. 1.27 mil, 1.32 mil, and I got 350,000 worth of combat fame in tomes. Isn't that nice?